Usually kasi ito yung pinapresent ko lalo sa mga high school students. For the, pampaano to pampamotivate. So first and foremost, medyo magiging ano na tayo, medyo getting serious. Actually, the presentation was into three parts. First is the Philippine Environmental Situationer, then the second is what can we do for the environment and how to build great societies in the Philippines. So yeah. So since 2011, so ito yung mga Philippine environmental legislations and regulations. Our office for the EMB, we have implemented the 6 environmental laws. First, the Clean Air Act, which is RA 8749, then the Water Quality, also known as the Clean Water Act, RA 9275, Solid Waste Management Act, ito, lalo na sa Quezon City, talagang ano na yun sa basura. The RA 9003, the Environmental Impact Assessment, which is the Presidential Decree 2686. Environmental Education Law ng 2008, also known as the RA 9512, and the Hazardous Waste and Chemical Management, RA 6969. Then also, aside from this, kasama na rin po ang Climate Change Law, also known as the RA 9739. So, 7 environmental laws ang ini-implement ng EMB. So the first one is the Philippine Clean Air Act. So actually, this coming November, we have the Philippine Clean Air Month celebration. The theme is ang theme natin is Green Schools, build climate resilient and sustainable communities. So sabi nga, di ba, major urban centers are polluted. 65% of pollution due to vehicular emissions. Siyempre kasama na dito yung Metro Manila. Sabi nga, rampant na nga di ba, yung sabi, according dito sa World Bank, 18 million Filipinos exposed to air pollution, health costs, and loss of income for up to 7.6 billion per year. So malaki ang, di ba, because of the air pollution. Recently nga, di ba, meron na maglalabas ang gobyerno ng nationwide smoking ban na initiated ng DOH. So ano ba yung strengthened environmental regulations? First, meron tayo more stringent air emission standards for compression. And the second one is agreement with the Earth Day Network to make EDSA linis-handling zone. Recently, meron po tayo sa EMB-NCR na every 6 hours, naglalabas sila ng air quality status within Metro Manila yun. So, in real time yun, so better to check the EMB-NCR website. Then, strengthen enforcement and regulations. So the DNR, together with the LTO and Metro Manila Development Authority, work together to reduce traffic and ensure compliance with emission testing to reduce vehicular emissions. Sabi nga, di ba, traffic nga. Lagi na everyday traffic nga, di ba? Hindi na lang mabawasan na, lalo pa lang dumadagdag nga as the holidays comes. Pero, ayun Pero, nag-i-effort naman ng DNR together with the LTO and MDA para na ma-reduce ang air pollution sa Metro Manila. Then, strengthen enforcement and regulations. Develop program with Asian Development Bank to provide credit for conversion of electric engines to electric vehicles. So sa Quezon City, meron na tayo ng electric vehicles Diba sa Quezon, sa ano bang barangay? Meron ako sa atin niya yun meron na. Sa ano to, sa Quezon City. I think sa atin niya yun, sa Miriam, meron sa yung electric tricycle. Yung ano nila. Then sa policy reforms. So ito yung mga policy reforms na ginagawa ng DNR. First is the DNR Memo Circular, Circular 2011. The clarificatory guideline of the DNR administration order. Then the DNR admin order 2013-13 establishing the provisional national ambient air quality guideline. Then the revised guidelines for DNR accreditation of third-party source emission testing firms. Then the designation of Southern Negros Thermal Airshed in its governing board. Yan. So, aside from the Clean Air, ito yung sa Clean Water Act under the RA 9275. So first, ito yung situation natin, di ba? We have the waterways as terrace in major urban centers for human activity and they are polluted. Then the second one is the biochemical order demand or demand for oxygen in water for 19 major rivers at 27 milligrams per liter. So mas mataas nga raw yung ng DOD, especially sa Manila Bay area. Then waterways and shares in major urban centers and anti-pure human activity. So may lalo na sa mga estero na, like sa Quezon City nga, talagang mayroon mga sinasabi mga dead esteros na or mga missing esteros. Then cost of waterborne disease is 6.7 billion per year. Ito yung sa World Bank study. Lalo na ngayon tagulan, talagang meron talagang mga waterborne disease na lumalabas na ngayon, di ba? Sometimes nga may mga ano pa nga, even the Zika virus pa, dengue, Zika virus. Then, groundwater levels going down by 5 to 10 meters for the last several decades. Then, 16 major rivers like in Metro Manila are biologically dead during summer months due to pollution. So, yun yung isa pang lugar. Then, 48% of water pollution is caused by household waste, compounded by the lack of an adequate sewage system. So, yun yung nasa situation. Then, 1.3 billion or 62 billion pesos per year. Yan yung nawawala. National economic loss dahil sa pollution sa tubig. Okay, di ba? Yan yung impacts. Diba? So, ano ba yung water quality programs na ginagawa ng gobyerno? Yes. So, ito, we have the Sakit Ilog program. Also nun, di ba, sa Sakit Ilog Pasig Movement, yung talaga kinamambike, meron sila dati yung Sakit Ilog, which is headed by Ma'am Gina Lopez natin, and she is in the PRRC. Okay. Yan, di ba? So, meron yung nire-revive na. Then, ito, di ba, yung before and after. Ito yung sa Estero de Paco. At under the Adapan Estero Water Body Program. Then, 644 MOAs as of June 30, 2016 ang na-sign. Alam ko sa Quezon City, meron tayong safety demand river, safety demand creek. Then sa di ba, sa Quezon City. Then sa Tulian River. So yun yung mga major projects na ginagawa sa Quezon City na kasama ng ating mga barangay. Yeah. So ito, kasi yung dati, so hindi ko naman masabi, pero sa Metro Manila to yeah. Ito. Sa Kalentong, sa may marketplace mo. Then sa Beach Watch. Yan, sabi nga, di ba, sa for 64 beaches or 42% pass the water criteria. While 54 beaches or 35% fail. Exceeded the allowable set of sulfur count. Isa po na ako. Then, sa atin naman, ito yung magaling ay September nga, wala na ito. Sa National Day, natin na tayo mag-participate. Natin na ito. Kasi yung flagship program ng DNR, EMP, na ma-clean up ang mga program. Maligat yung ating mga basura. Manila Bay Ano ba challenges? So, in 2000, 7 million generated over 10 years of funds of municipal solid waste. Lalo is payatas. Diba yung payatas strategy? Kaya nagkaroon ngayon ng batas na solid waste dahil sa nangyari sa payatas way back 2000. Then, in 2007, waste projection is at 12.45 million tons. Then, 2012, our projection is at 140 million tons. Then, ano yung projects and initiatives? Then, the promotion of reusable funds. Sa Quezon City nga, di ba, mayroon na yung city ordinance na pagdadala ng mga di ba, ng eco bag, di ba, reusable bags. Sa mga malls, di ba, meron pa ngayong bring your own bag day. Yan sa SM Mall. Yan talaga yung every Wednesday, meron silang bring your own bag. Tapos then, pag nagdala ka doon, meron silang incentive. Maging as a part of the price, then nagdala ka ng di ba? Then yung pagdadala ng bayo din, and then sa mga, alam ko, lahat ng mga malls, lalo sa Quezon City nga, talagang waste minimization na nga yung the minimization of plastics. Na 250, di ba, malaking bagay na rin yun, iba pa rin yun, di ba? 2 pesos and 50 centavos. Yan yung So, ito nga, di ba, ngayon nga, magaganda na nga yung mga nila, yung mga eco bag, may mga design pa. Then, we have the National Eco Savers Program. Ito yung the empowering the Filipino school children through eco-saving. So, ito yung establishment of the incentive system for the motivating students to collect recyclable materials in exchange of school supplies, basic goods, and other commodities of value. So, sa Quezon City nga, meron nga, I think in Commonwealth Elementary School, nagdadala sila ng mga recyclable materials, then in exchange for the school supplies. So, parang every month, meron silang tina-target na kailangan magdala kayo ng mga recyclable materials, like PET bottles, mga other things na kailangan pandahin. So, yun yung mga initiatives na ginagawa ng Eco Savers Program. Then, sa Environmental Education Law, sabi nga, di ba, the state shall promote national awareness on the role of natural resources in the economic growth and the importance of environmental conservation and ecological balance towards sustaining national development. So, ito yung mga nakapaloob sa Environmental Education Law ng 2008. First is the integration in environmental education sa lahat ng school curricula at all levels. Then we have the environmental concepts and principles, environmental laws, state of international and local environment, local environmental good practices, threats of environmental degradation and its impact to human beings like climate change, disaster reduction, responsible of the citizenry to the environment, value of conservation, protection, and rehabilitation of natural resources, environment in the context of sustainable development, and theoretical and practical modules. Sa K-12, ito na yung ginagawa na natin, and then for the sustainable school search, which we congratulate nga kasi way back 2014, tatlong 3 Metro Manila schools, like Ateneo de Manila University, Miriam College, and Commonwealth Elementary School, got the recognitions coming from the DNR in partnership with the DepEd, CHED, and other sector members ng Interagency Committee ng Environmental Education. So, can we give them a round of applause for these 3 schools, di ba? Kaya natin, sila at least nag-initiate sila for the environmental programs and projects. Then sabi nga, ito nga, environmental education leads to greening and sustainable development of schools and universities. So, for this, papakita ko sa inyo yung ano ba yung sustaining eco-friendly schools in the Philippines.
establishment and strengthening of sustainable and eco-friendly schools in the country has been included as a priority in the ASEAN Environmental Education Action Plan for 2014 up to 2018 and Republic Act number 9512, also known as the National Environmental Awareness and Education Act of 2000. Schools and academic institutions to become more involved in environmental issues at a practical and local level. We want to develop skills and understanding among students, faculty, and school administrators in community awareness and participation on environmental concerns.
Search for more sustainable and eco-friendly schools for the past 3 years that we've had it, and we've been very happy to be recognized as one of the most eco-friendly schools in Metro Manila. This has a very big impact on our community, particularly on our students, because they see that we are practicing what we teach in the classroom. So having all of these different environmental management and sustainability facilities on campus helps us a lot in making sure that the formation of environmental values in our students is fulfilled. The most sustainable school, and there are so many other things that we can look at. But the main goal really is to mainstream sustainability, not just for the campus, but for all the communities here in Metro Manila, even in the Philippines. So if we are able to help just a little bit in that part, we will be very, very happy.
The Sustaining Eco-Friendly Schools in the Philippines, which was launched last 2009 as response to the Republic Act number 9512. So, together with the ASEAN Environmental Education Action Plan ng 2014 to 2018. So, after the circular environment, ano ba yung pwede natin magawa? Ano ba yung environmental responsibility natin for stewardship? ba yung mga environmental responsibility natin? Sabi nga, di ba, we are stewards of God's creation. Yun ang sinasabi sa Bible. Diba? So, how can we help? Ano ba pwede natin magawa pagdating sa mga environmental programs ng gobyerno, including the non-government organizations and other private sector partners? So, ito, bringing lights. Yan. So, skip the bottled water. So, buy a reusable water bottle that you can bring with you to school or to work. So, yun. Like sa mga nagtatrabaho, so kailangan magdala tayo ng mga, di ba, ng bottled water. Then, switch off and plug. So, lights turn on for any electronic gadget plug, even when not in use, can add to your electricity bills. Siyempre, di ba, mataas ang electricity bill natin habang nag-charge tayo ng phone, naghanap tayo ng mga, di ba, ng mga gadgets, di ba? Or hinahayaan na natin nakasaksak lang yung mga computers, di ba? So, switch off appliance when you're not in use. So, unplug when not in use. Di ba? Magtitix tubig. So, recycle water whenever we can. So, we can use rinse water for flushing the toilet and washing ng di ba, pagbubukas sa mga basahan, di ba? Repair leaks and make sure faucets are tightly closed. So, sabi nga, di ba, pag mayroong mga leaks, lalo sa pwedeng itawag din sa Maynilad or sa Manila Water, di ba? 1626 for Maynilad and 1627 for Manila Water. Di ba? Reuse. Ito nga, di ba, one of the 3 R's ng waste, di ba? The 3 R's of the solid waste. Di ba? Whether it's plastic or paper, consider using these materials more than once before finally throwing them in the trash. Yan, di ba? Ito, made of the recyclable materials. Sabi nga, di ba, sa PET bottles, di ba? Marami tayong pwedeng gawin doon eh. Sa PET bottle, di ba? Pwede pang Christmas decors, lalo in time for the holidays. Di ba? Meron din, di ba, pwede gawin pencil case. Di ba? Flower base, ayan. Di ba? Ito nga, ilaw nga yan eh. Made from, yan, sa incandescent lamp. Di ba? Yan. Ito, yung mga from the plastics nga yan eh. Pwedeng gawin yan, di ba? Pang ilaw. Lampshade. Yan. Ito nga, recycling with the heart, di ba? Reduce, reuse, recycle, di ba? Consider giving stuff you no longer use to friends or relatives. Di ba? Who need them? So, not only who will you save online space, but you will also win the hearts of the Filipino people you care for by sharing your things to them. Di ba? Kung anong meron tayo, pwede natin i-share. Pero, huwag naman lahat, di ba? So, yung ano lang yung mga tipong sa tingin natin na patapon, pero pwede naman pala magamit ng mga kasama natin, di ba? Sa work, o sa ating mga pamilya, o sa ating mga kaibigan, di ba? Pwede natin yan yun, di ba? Pwede natin ibigay, pwede natin pagpili, di ba? Benta, di ba? Yun yung mga ano natin. So, sabi nga, use energy efficient lighting, di ba? Sa Quezon City nga, di ba? LED lights na lang ginagamit natin sa mga street lights. Diba? Sa majority of the Quezon City. So yun, yung ano, diba? Kung sana tayo rin, lalo na sa bahay o sa office, make smart lighting choices by using energy efficient light bulbs. These bulbs use less energy, last longer, and save more. Ayun, makakatipid pa tayo sa electricity bills. Diba? Pag gumamit tayo ng mga LED, yung talagang LED costs. Sabi nga, diba, sa Meralco, yun, diba? Patronize eco-friendly products. Sabi nga, check the label. So, kung ano yun, diba? Kung baka meron mga mercury and cadmium, diba? Yung mga toxic, diba? So, dapat tingnan natin kung meron na siyang ano, may health hazard. Diba? These products are less harmful to the environment and use safer alternatives to hazardous chemicals. Alam po, sa mga, may nagpropromote ng ano, mga 100% eco-friendly, diba? Yun yung mga ano natin, dapat pinapromote natin. Sabi nga, diba? Whatever you do, work hard to be as for the Lord and not for men. Sabi nga, we must remember that we are stewards of what God has provided for us and not honors. Sabi nga, ito, marami tayong pwedeng gawin. So, join and support. Sabi nga, ito nga, diba? God's calling, diba? The land not be sold permanently because the land is mine and you reside in my land as foreigner and strangers. Sabi nga, join and support biking activities, di ba? Share the road or can you share? So ito yung ano natin. Like ito, especially in November, di ba? As a Clean Air Month celebration, yan ang tayo tinatawag ng bayan niyan sa daan. Di ba? Ito sa EDSA to. Wait, I think last June or last November 2015 na talaga nag-share the road campaign. So which is headed by I think this is headed by Attorney Oposa initiative. Together with the MMDA, PNR, LTO, mga other government agencies na talagang nag-walk for EDSA and bike for EDSA. Diba? Sabi nga, diba, traffic yan, diba? Pwede nga din, diba? Yan, join and support tree planting. So yan, diba? Ongoing pa rin yung National Green Program ng gobyerno. Actually, hanggang 2028 nga siya ay. So, hindi lang siya matatapos sa term ni Pangulong Duterte until to the next, kung sino naman maging mag-succeed sa kanya. So, doon yung kumbaga, the massive extension of the National Green Program. Then, yun, clean-up activities. Pwede ito sa inyong mga barangay, sa inyong mga eskwela. Diba? Yun. Actually, by November, dapat meron tayo mga clean-up activities. Maski weekend man lang. Yan. Diba? Sabi nga, ayaw natin ng baha, ayaw wag ganito. Diba? Huwag magtapon ng basura sa estero. Kaya nga, konting abala, laking ginhawa. Diba? Sa umpisa, medyo mahirap lang talaga maglinis. Pero, in the end, diba? Malaking ginhawa rin to. Hindi lang para sa atin, kundi para din sa ating mga future generations. Diba? Support electronic vehicles. Diba? Meron mga yung hybrid bus, electronic tricycles, electronic vehicles. I think sa SM North EDSA meron siya yung electronic jeep na from SM North EDSA hanggang Katipunan na bumabiyahe. Hindi ko lang alam kung how much. Pero I think yata 20 pesos pa rin eh. Ito, diba? Join and support segregation. Sabi nga, hindi lahat ng basura. Hindi lahat ng patapon na. Diba? Kaya mag-segregate tayo. So, ito, diba? We have to practice. Kung ano yung pwedeng ibenta, kung ano yung pwedeng i-collecta, gawing recyclable materials na pwedeng ipangalan natin, pa-decor natin sa bahay, or ipangalan natin sa mga ating mga opisina, sa school. Diba? Ayan, diba? Join and support recycling. So ito, diba? Ito galing nito sa sa malaking mineral water na ginawang baso.